Okay, so we did quite a good job yesterday trying to map out like three sections of what we'll be doing. And today we're going to be having more of discussions because I would like us to identify. I think I need to. I would like us to identify the biggest problems we have in real estate in Nigeria and then try to, structure out every single thing in the solution. So, like I said, when you get to online stores in Nigeria, things are difficult. You can rarely find what you want. The search engines are bad, which is the algorithm. The way things are placed are not that easy. Most times they have different. You have to like have different sites for different things. Like there is no one website that has every single thing you need boxed up in it. So and these are like part of the problems. We still have problems of people posting bad images. Like let me be really honest with you. Sometimes a property is good in real life, but because of the low quality images that were uploaded, you would hardly think that property might really be worth even going to inspect it yourself in person. And then that is for the property management side or the property leasing and buying side. Now let's talk about the other services, which is like leasing of property services such as getting a cleaner, getting an electrician, a plumber, getting even a chef, because I would even want to have things. I think a chef is going out of a property management. I'll just leave it into property services like DSTV, installation of pipes, solar energy, and the rest. Maybe the chefs and the rest can come through for hire, which is where people can hire services, which will be our next project after Kananja. Okay, so looking at this, I talked about the find your dream home should be handled by a copywriter. That's because words like this should be words that would keep people on the site. I wouldn't want to do the work of a copyright because they're so good at having the best of words. So, wouldn't want to do the work of everybody. We just do the work of trying to look at the site and trying to see how we can, beef it up. So, this particular template is from Envato, Fine House. I'm actually using this template because when I first created LAND9JA, I created it from my head, like drafted out my whole, what is it called again? My whole creativity myself. But there was this guy I've been working with. His name is Chigozie. I've known him for like I think up to 5 years or thereabouts. Once met, he's a Renaps member. Once met in Lagos, so he's like a very close friend of mine. And in the course of knowing this guy for years, I've learned so many things when it comes to creativity. One thing I've learned is virtually anything you're trying to figure out right now, someone has probably figured it out or figured it out to an extent. So the best part of things is you should try to see if someone has done something you have done and try to improve from it or trying to drag inspiration from it. So one of the major reasons why my website used to be so whack, like anybody who knows me as of 5, 6, 7 years ago knows my websites were so whack. Now I'm a programmer. I'm a front end and back end. If you give me a design, I can code that design. But for me to come up with those creativity to do the coding myself or do the designing myself, I was very bad at design. So when I spoke to him, he allowed me to understand that there's really a project that is quite unique. So in other words, what we're about to do, which is the platform that will change everything that has to do with real estate in the whole of Nigeria, we're not going to drive out our website from our own creativity alone. We would have to pick inspiration, templates, see what other people have done, look at the failures, look at the good part, which is inspiration, and then draft out something. So if we were to start sketching out LAND9JA completely the way I did before, I don't know if I still have the old file of LAND9JA. I think it's on my other computer. The first file of LAND9JA. We'll go look for it some other time. Maybe share what the design looks like. It was pretty good as of 2018 when I launched the website, but it wasn't really making sense. So I wanted something that would be able to provide the solution. So without further ado, let's get into it. So firstly, if you're new to the channel, this is where we get to discuss share ideas. This is not just me teaching you straightly, telling you, oh, well, I've gotten everything figured out. I'm not coding, learn how to code. No, this is where everybody is joining hands to solve a whole lot of problems. That involves creating web apps in Nigeria. So, for instance, we have students right now in student hostel. They're looking for a self-contained for a one bedroom to rent. They're looking for some people in EE department are looking for where they could be getting little jobs. Like some people know how to do DSTV, they're looking for who they would go face DSTV for. Some people are actually free, they don't have anything doing at the moment, they don't mind being a cleaner to help people clean up their new apartment or their already existing apartment. Some people want to buy houses, they want to buy land, but they're scared of buying land from the wrong agent. So there are basically lots of problems in the real estate platform, and this is where me and you get to solve this problem. So it's a collective stuff where everybody would be here. For the first 1 year, LAND9JA will be completely free, at least so people can be able to market. My own dream is I want us to have a store or a property place where getting a property is easy. You know, most of these real estate platforms in Nigeria, they make things so difficult because if you want to post, okay, now watch, I have a property, right? And one, let's say a student is in one of my property, and now I have like four apartments that are vacant, and then I tell my relator, okay, or my agent, please go and look for people that would occupy the remaining apartment. Let's say we've leased out one apartment, right? Now it is now in the hands of that agent to be able to market it. So that simply means this property could be leased out in less than 24 hours, but because you're giving it to a relator or you're giving it to an agency, they will be it's limited to them. It's based on how their publicity is good, their client outreach. That would determine if you would list out those properties on time, right? Now imagine LAND9JA now giving the flexibility of anybody being able to post properties just once you've done a couple of verifications. The person in that compound, right? Let's say the person who's occupying the first flat will be able to go take pictures of the other flats, come over to LAND9JA and list that property. So this simply means LAND9JA would just be like an intermediary. Property owners might not even really get to meet agencies that much again. In other words, you can come home to LAND9JA as a property owner and post your property, show your property, what your property feels like, and get your property list out. This is almost like Airbnb or Craigslist or that classified art abroad, but the difference is we're giving 101% focus in the real estate platform in Nigeria in order to make it easy. Let anybody at all, they should be able to get a property. I'm tired of seeing duplex, bungalow. People who want to rent properties every single day are even people who are on the self-con level, on the one bedroom flat level. You think anybody who has a bungalow, who has a duplex would want to easily park? People who stay in comfortable homes rarely want to relocate. It's usually people in small suburb area, people who just got posted, from their job to some other place, people who just stopped service, people who want to serve in certain areas. And this is where I want every single one of us to step in. Let us change and make this solution easy for the next set of people who will be getting properties in Nigeria. So without further ado, let's just head straight into what I feel we'll be doing today. Okay, so we're starting with buy, although I would prefer to start with rent because I feel people rent properties more than they buy. Buy would actually just come last. We know there's money in the ground, even if there's money on ground, even if everybody keeps on saying there is no money. But let's just focus on the rent. So I love this template because I can see something like keyword, and this triggers me. Let me see. Okay, there was no algorithm to work with search engine. I think there's no database to go and check certain keywords. Okay, let's check property types. I'm clicking on property types, which is something I love about this template. Property type, I can see apartment, bungalow, condo, house, land, single family. Okay, and things we're going to add right here are stuff like office space. We're going to add office space. We're going to add warehouse because people lease out warehouse. We're going to add shops. We're going to add plaza space. We're going to add mall space. We're going to add as many kind of um commercial property that we can add, as many of them as possible. Location, I'm thinking of using every single location in Nigeria. That's because there is this segregation, where discrimination rather, where we get to see properties that are being posted, properties that are posted in high-end cities, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and just the cities. What about people staying in Maiduguri, in Borno, in Kano? That means there is no hope for them. The thing is, this technology on LAND9JA would really find it difficult to get to those aspects. This is why I want it to be a collective project. So every single person feels they're part of it, which is what it is. Everyone is part of this project. And once it's launching, once we're done with the site, every single person already has a role to play. If you have your brother who is a contractor, your brother who is a supervisor, your brother or your sister who's an interior decoration, your sister who does POP tiling, or anybody or even you as a person, if you have a skill, that this is a solution to your own problem. So the moment we're launching out this platform, it's going to solve that. If you're into the real estate industry, fine, it's going to solve issues for you. Then too, if you're still looking for a side income and there are a lot of houses around you, there are a lot of landed properties around you, I think I would have to stop now so I can you know make a new video and then just focus on the major thing I want us to focus on.